As we have discussed, Donald Trump is not only facing roughly, 24 different lawsuits, not to mention the investigation up in New York, but also he's had lots of election challenges that have gone to court this year. He's challenged subpoenas, challenged, having to turn over documents. And in every single case so far this year, he lost. All of that changed, and Donald Trump actually scored a major legal victory for himself this past week, when a 4-member Federal Election Commission panel voted to not proceed with an investigation into the hush money payment that Donald Trump and Michael Cohen made to Stormy Daniels 2 weeks before the presidential election in 2016. $130,000 payment. Michael Cohen, by the way, is in jail partially for that, violating campaign finance laws. And here this FEC panel, bipartisan panel, 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats, voted this week, do we proceed with this? Both the Republicans said no, both the Democrats said yes, but because not a majority said yes, it's done. That's the end of it. Donald Trump effectively gets away with a potentially huge violation of campaign finance laws for the very obvious in-kind campaign donation in the hush money payment that they gave to Stormy Daniels. Because that's what this is. Trump had argued over the years that no, it can't be a violation of campaign finance. We didn't put the money in the campaign. It was my money. I used it. I paid her. He's admitted he paid her. The question was it an in-kind campaign contribution, which would count as anything of material value that benefits a campaign, right? It doesn't just have to be giving over the limit. It is, did you give something that was 1 over the limit, 2 not reported, that benefited the campaign? Did you give them a, computer? That's an in-kind contribution. Did you allow them to come to your house and use your printer because theirs was down next door? That's an in-kind contribution. Did you pay somebody $130,000 not to go to the press and say that they had an affair with you 4 months after your wife gave birth to your son Barron? That's an in-kind campaign contribution. But because 2 Republicans said, no, we don't want to go forward with this, it's done. It's over. We can't hold him accountable now. It's done. It's done. And that is disgusting. Because we all saw the evidence. We heard Michael Cohen's testimony. We know that Donald Trump approved of this. We know that Cohen was reimbursed for this. So yes, it did come directly from Donald Trump, but the 2 Republicans on the panel said, well, we got a little bit of statute of limitations issues here, and if we pursue it, we'd have to do it kind of quickly, and we just don't want to do it. Talk about a kerfuffle, right? I mean, hell, TGIF. Let's go home for the weekend. We don't want to investigate this crap. Okay, part of that I put some words in their mouth, but that's basically what they said. They did say there's a statute of limitations issue, and if they pursued it, they would have to do it too quickly. I don't care. I don't care if you have to work nights and weekends. I don't care if you have to put in a little bit of overtime. You're once again letting this man get away with whatever the hell he wants to get away with. And as we've seen, every time he gets away with something, the behavior just escalates. That's what happens. It's what happens when you live a life of affluence, when you live a life with no accountability. It's ridiculous. This decision is ridiculous. And it is a complete mockery of both justice here in the United States and our federal campaign finance laws.